creating a skinny training bat with the weight to make it seem like the weight of a real bat. First stage is you need to find an old bat. See if you can find one that's got a bit of a crack in it like this one. And then all you need to do is put it through a bench saw to cut off the shoulders. So cut off both the shoulders. So then you can have something looking like this. Give it a good sand down and get ready to drill some holes. You can drill some holes in the back. You've got to work out how much weight you need in there first. Put a bat on the scales, the sort of weight that you're after. So this is around about 2 pounds. It was actually 2 pounds 5 because the scales are out. So 2 pounds 5 is what we're looking for. The balance is hard to get, but we'll give that a go where we drill the holes. This bat's around 2 pounds 5. So we're going to try and get the weight up on the skinny bat to about 2 pounds 5 and try and get the balance right by drilling the holes in the right places. Here's a skinny training bat, which is coming in at about 1 pound 9. So we'll just add some weight until we can get the right amount of lead to get the weight right. So that's now 2 pounds 7. So we can take a little bit off that. 2 pounds 3. That's about right, 2 pounds 4, 2 pounds 5. This is a handy instrument to have, a Pro Melt for making lead weights. If you don't have one of these, you can actually heat the lead up in a pot on a fire or somewhere else. A bit dodgy, but this is the easiest way of doing it. While the furnace is warming up, we can just put the bat in the vise and get ready for some drilling. Space out the holes with a bit of distance between them in case you need to add more in. Then put some small holes at the top so your drill bit's got something to go into. Just some small holes drilled with a tiny drill bit just to give the drill something to start on so it doesn't slip down the edges. You probably only want to go about 1/3 into the face of the bat as not to compromise the strength. So I put a bit of tape on there to measure it down from the back of the bat to go about a 1/3 in. Just as a bit of a guide. So put a bit of masking tape on the drill bit. You don't want to drill the holes too deep as they'll compromise the strength of the bat. So I think it goes down to around about 1/3 of the way into the face of the bat, or into the back of the face of the bat would be about right. But you have to just vary that as you get towards the toe. The hole needs to be shallower. Once the lead's melted, we can then pour the lead carefully into each hole. You may get a bit of smoking, but that should go away. That's just the lead giving the wood a bit of a singe. Just retested the weight and it was a little bit light, so I've just added a few more holes to add a little bit more lead. If you want to get the balance right, you can add a couple of extra smaller holes just to fill in the gaps, get a bit of extra weight and get some balance in the right spots. Okay, the bat's about the right weight, so that's fine. Now it's a case of just finishing it off and making it look okay. All sanded up, everything's a bit level. I'm just going to put some epoxy resin over the top just to hold them nicely in place, make it nice and solid, and then give it another sand. Epoxy is drying, doesn't have to be too perfect. Give it another sand because it's going to be covered in stickers and tape.